Interoperative techniques in perforator dissection. In a selected donor site, raising a perforator flap entails localization of skin perforators using the handheld Doppler and raising the flap by performing retrograde dissection from the perforator to the source vessel until a sufficient pedicle length and size has been achieved, regardless of the origin of the harvested vessel. This manner of flap elevation was firstly introduced by Wei and co-authors in 2004 and termed as a freestyle concept. As a result of this concept, any skin paddle based on a substantially sized perforator localized by an audible Doppler signal can be potentially harvested. With a substantial number of available perforators in the body, this approach certainly increases the surgeon's degree of freedom in terms of reconstructive options. Surgical technique. The first step in performing a freestyle perforator flap is locating sizable perforators in the selected region of the body. Handheld Doppler ultrasonography has been shown to be an accurate method of locating and mapping these cutaneous vessels. The operator carefully notes the quality of the Doppler sound detected with particular attention given to the location of loud, high pitch, and pulsatile signals. The vessels with more prominent sounds are marked with a larger dot and selected as the vessel that is intended to dissect. The flap is then designed centered on these perforators. Dissection is performed under loop magnification 2 times 5 to 3 times 5 times. Only one border of the proposed design should be incised initially for exploration. This affords the flexibility to alter the flap design should this be necessary based on interoperative findings. The flaps were dissected in the suprafacial plane to minimize donor site morbidity by preserving fascia and cutaneous nerve that run immediately above the fascia. It is important to maintain meticulous hemostasis as excessive bleeding and subsequent staining of the tissue interferes with clear visualization and accurate identification of small vessels. After sizable cutaneous vessels are found, the deep fascia is cut to start mobilizing the vessels. This may entail intramuscular dissection for musculocutaneous perforators or may be relatively straightforward in the case of subcutaneous perforators. Retrograde mobilization of the vascular pedicle is continued until a sufficient length and or size is achieved, depending on the size of the perforators and the size of the flap that need to be harvested. The flap can be based on a single perforator or multiple perforators. Once all these crucial surgical decisions have been made and flap dimensions and design confirmed, the flap is completely islanded and the pedicle divided. In general, the average size of the single perforator-based flap is 100 to 200 cm square. Because of the inherent unpredictability of the pedicle size and length, the surgeon should always have a backup plan when attempting a freestyle perforator flap. The first exploratory incision should be always performed to allow the opportunity of using the backup flap. In the thigh, for example, if the map vessel is located in the medial thigh, the first incision should be along with the lateral margin over the skin paddle. The dissection should be from lateral to medial if no suitable skin vessels are encountered. The direction will be shifted toward the lateral side for the harvest of the backup ILT flap. Critical to the success of harvesting a freestyle perforator flap is the intramuscular perforator dissection. Gentle handling is important to prevent vasospasm that may be sometimes irreversible. These are very delicate flaps that need gentle handling in every stage from harvest to inset. Its pedicle consists of a small perforator that has been completely skeletonized during harvest and lacks a protective cuff of soft tissue around the site where the perforator enters the flap. These features make it particularly susceptible to kinking, compression, and even rupture during the inset. The harvested perforator-free flap is then transferred to the recipient site by vascular anastomosis. There is a learning curve for every new procedure. Reading books and articles to get sufficient knowledge and follow standard steps can shorten the learning time, avoid mistakes, and prevent complications. The philosophy is forward step by step and leaves the opportunity of salvage with alternative flaps. The 6 technical rules for surgical elevation of perforator flap. 1. Try to map the perforator preoperatively. Locate the perforator and estimate its size and branches by anatomical data and held Doppler color duplex CT angiography. 2. Try to identify the main perforator by making a limited exploratory incision on only one side. Leave the opportunity of backup plan during operation, for example to conventional flap. 3. Preserve each perforator until you encounter a large one. Simple philosophy to enhance safety in the decision-making process. 4. Select the best perforator considering its size, concomitant vein, location, length, etc. 5. Consider the easiest dissection. Intramuscular dissection is tedious. Involvement with motor nerve branches increases complexity. 6. Transect perforators that will not be used after the entire pedicle is dissected.